Washington, D.C., I am Shaka Sali, and today we'll discuss the legacy of President John Pombe Magufuli of Tanzania. Joining us is our distinguished guest, Tundu Lisu, a former Chadema presidential candidate, the main opposition party in Tanzania. Mr. Lisu is also a former president of the Tanganyika Law Society. I have to say, first of all, Mr. Lisu, that I am profoundly honored and exceedingly humbled to have the opportunity to host you on this special edition of Straight Talk Africa.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shaka Sali. It's always a pleasure to appear on Straight Talk Africa with you. I will say again what I said in Washington, D.C. 2 years ago, that Shaka Sali is not a mere individual. Shaka Sali is an institution. And we in Africa are very proud of your work. We're very proud of your work, and we feel that you have represented Africa, the voice of America, very honorably. And I have overheard somewhere that you have only a short time left before you go to potentially greener pastures. And so please, even if the greener pastures are an honorable retirement. So please allow me to wish you all the very best in your future endeavors.
Profoundly honored for your compliments and support. Ndugu Tundu Lisu.
Asante sana.
Asante vile vile. I am not really looking forward to going to what you characterize as quote-unquote greener pastures. On the contrary, I am in fact looking forward to getting an opportunity to motivate and inspire the African youth to be the best that they could be at whatever they choose, drawing from my personal and professional experiences.
Thank you very much for letting me know. If you want to know from me, I will tell you, your nearly 3 decades of public service for the continent have inspired millions and millions of young Africans everywhere on the continent, including the one you're talking to right now.
I am really, I think, both flattered and humbled to hear those words of wisdom, that kindness, that generosity from a man such as you, Ndugu Tundu Lisu.
Asante.
Asante vile vile. Sasa, unfortunately, we do have circumstances that I would say require that on behalf of my colleagues here on Straight Talk Africa, we would like to extend our profound and heartfelt condolences to the passing away of the former Tanzanian president, the late Dr. John Pombe Magufuli, to the people of Tanzania and Africa.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your heartfelt condolences. And please allow me to say, I will pass the message along. I'm not in Tanzania at the moment, as you may know, but your message of solidarity with the people of Tanzania at this time will reach its intended audience. I will pass the salamu za rambirambi along to the people of Tanzania.
Thank you so much for that. Now that you have a new president in Dodoma, Madam Samia Suluhu Hassan.
Yes.
Are you optimistic that things are likely to change, or do you think they are likely to remain more of the same?
That's a very good question, Shaka. I am very optimistic about the future of Tanzania now that Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan has taken over as president. And this is why. Where the country had reached prior to the death of President Magufuli, the country had reached a dead end. We have a global pandemic called COVID-19. We have lost many people in Tanzania. We do not know the numbers of the people who have died of COVID-19 because of the policies pursued by President Magufuli, Mama Samia's predecessor.
Yes.
But we know so many people and very senior people in the government, and now including the president himself, have been, no, President Magufuli himself has been brought down by COVID-19. But the President Magufuli had spanned international effort to combat the pandemic. He had refused regional efforts organized under the East African Community and Southern African Development Community, as well as Africa Union, to combat the pandemic as an effort of the region, the East African region, Southern Africa, as well as African continent. The President Magufuli had completely isolated Tanzania on this grave question that is facing humanity at the moment. Now, President Samia Suluhu Hassan takes over with Tanzania completely isolated. I cannot see her continuing on the dangerous and irresponsible path that was unfortunately pursued by her predecessor. So I see an immediate change of course with regard to COVID-19 pandemic. Tanzania, under her leadership, will return to the international fold. Tanzania, under her leadership, will return to sanity, because for the past year or so, we have had a head of state who has spanned science, has spanned international effort, and he has put his faith and the faith and lives of millions of Tanzanians to faith healers, to herbal inhalations, to herbal concoctions of dubious medical value. And this has caused uncountable, because we don't know the numbers. It has cost lives which could have been saved had the president done what the rest of the world is doing, taking precautions with regard, taking measures with regard to COVID-19 that experts worldwide have agreed that these are measures that can deal with the pandemic. So with Madam Samia Suluhu Hassan at the helm, I hope, and I'm optimistic because I also know her personally, I am optimistic that she will change course on this particular point. But that is just one subject. There has been a war on democracy since 2015 when President Magufuli took over. There has been a complete departure from the democratic traditions of Tanzania that began with the reintroduction of multi-party politics in 1992. President Magufuli has cracked down hard on his political opponents, on civil society, on religious bodies that did not toe his line, on the free press. And I believe and I hope Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan will change course on these areas as well. I wish her very well. I and my party will support her on these points. If she takes our country on a path to normalcy, on the path back to the international fold, if she reverses course on the question of democracy, of human rights, she will have my